We know you're a Habs fan, but we want to talk hockey with you because we want to do a bit of a starting lineup, thing. So we have two boards.
Okay.
We have the Sam Roberts Dream lineup, and I want to do one with professionals, so NHL guys, and one with the band because I think people are always curious where band members would sit in an actual hockey team, right? So I'll let you sort of like walk us through. I don't know if you want to start with one or the other.
Let's go with the pros.
Cool. We'll start with
because they actually play hockey.
Yeah. I mean, you guys might be pretty good yourselves. Now, how are you guys at? Does the band play or not really?
I play.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you good?
Well, I can hold my own, against my bandmates.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all we need to know.
Against Sidney Crosby, who's my starting center.
Maybe not so much.
Not so much.
Okay.
No.
So I'll let you sort of walk us through.
Although I've been told that he looks like he could be one of my. I've got 3 brothers, and Sidney Crosby looked like he could be like brother number 3
Really?
in my family lineup. Yeah.
Wow.
So. I don't know if
start us
Sidney
off.
Crosby agrees with that.
well.
Okay, so we're gonna go S Crosby.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really hard to like. This is like an all-time dream lineup.
That's the thing. Even in the office, we're always debating whether it's basketball or hockey. It's always tough to put the dream lineup. And I think we'll give you benefit of the doubt. What you can, it will change it into forwards and defense. Because I think like if you want Gretzky in there, we can.
Well,
throw
that's
on
what
the
I'm
wing.
saying. It's like I think we might have to throw the Wayner
Yeah.
and Guy Lafleur. They might not be playing in their design.
No
position.
McDavid.
It's early days.
It's early days.
It's
okay.
early- it's
See,
what,
this is the new generation.
It's 8
talking.
seasons.
Yeah, I know. See, this is new generation.
I think it's a 10-season minimum.
Okay, that's
right
fair.
now.
Yeah, for the all-time lineup, that's
Yeah.
fair. And
Yeah.
plus, you have to have a Hab in there. You got to
So
have.
I'm for sure. I'm gonna go G Lafleur. I should just write the flower.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I'll-
you could do.
Lafleur. Here we go. And then we're gonna put Gretzky. in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gretzky's kind of.
I'm just putting 99.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think
Gretzky's
that says
a
it
lot.
all. Okay, defense. I'm going with.
See, this is interesting because the easy answer
Mm-hmm.
is Bobby Orr. But does the Canadians' bias play into?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Yeah. Sorry, Bobby Orr. No, I'm gonna go with Larry Robinson. L.
Okay.
Robinson.
That's an interesting choice.
Yep. And from the modern era, I feel like one of the guys that we don't talk about as much, but while he was playing was so dominant, was Nicholas Lidstrom.
Yes.
So I'm going with N. Lidstrom here.
Won a couple cups with the Red Wings.
Beautiful player.
Yeah.
So hard to play against.
Yeah.
Goaltender. Tough choice. But regardless of how it ended, and maybe you know where I'm going with this
I
already,
do. Yeah.
he's still the guy I think of as, and I'm a huge Carey Price fan, so all due respect to Carey, I'm going with P. Roy on this one.
That's another fair one. I'm surprised Fleury wasn't in the conversation, though.
And he just played his final game at the Bell Center 2 nights ago, put on an incredible performance.
Of course.
Much to a Habs fans' dismay.
Yeah.
Did this crazy stack save. Did you see that? Like a full old school rainbow stack.
He's unbelievable.
Like it was amazing.
Yeah, and for him it's longevity because he's getting older now. So it's amazing to see it that.
And he's just
especially.
a beautiful guy, like always smiling.
Awesome.
And just seems like I wish he'd been a Hab. But it was tough because again we had Carey all these years. So but it seems like he's one of those players who, at some point in his career, you wish that he'd put on the bleu blanc rouge.
And we would have loved to have him on the Leafs too, so we don't blame you.
Yeah.
But especially hometown Montreal makes sense.
So I think we got a pretty solid lineup here.
Yeah.
Can we show some?
Yeah. Can you just do
here
a
we
favor?
go.
Yeah.
So here's the dream team.
Nice.
Now, the dream team matches up against our team.
Here we go.
Less strong.
So we don't have a goalie on this because there's only 5 of you.
The drummer plays goalie and right defense.
Okay, that's fair then. That's fair. But is that because he's a good goalie and a good defenseman, or just because he's the drummer?
I've never met a goalie who, if they were a musician, wasn't also the drummer.
Really?
Yeah.
So do drummers have, because goalies have, this reputation of being a little bit wacky in terms of their routines, and they're a little bit like weird to talk to sometimes. So that same idea applies to drummers? Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
They get into the dressing room, they've got to have their little space, and everything is all finicky, and we're just like, what makes you so special? But apparently they are.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm going to play center, because
Okay.
I'm going to have to do a lot of back.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got to play 2 ways.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll put Sam here. How do I spell my name? S-A-M. Okay, Sam R. Put it just to be clear. Right wing. So he grew up in Pembroke, Ontario, home of the Lumber Kings. Okay. He didn't play for the Lumber Kings, but he watched them. So he, by osmosis, knows more about hockey than
True.
Most. So that's going to be Nuge. Dave Nugent is his full name. I spell it with an umlaut over the U, which isn't actually part of the spelling, but it just looks
pretty cool.
So he's good. Then we've got a wily veteran, James Hall, who's our bass player. Sneaky left winger. Not the fastest skater, but long reach and deceptively good hands.
Okay. So far, this top line is looking pretty good.
Yeah, so his name is James, but his first name is actually William. So we're going to call him W.J. Hall.
And interesting that everybody has an NHL player last name. There's Nuge is Nugent Hopkins.
Yeah, exactly.
Roberts, like Gary Roberts.
Absolutely.
And then like Taylor Hall.
Yeah, Taylor Hall, that's right. Now it's a choice between, so we already know that, so I said right wing is going to be Josh Traeger.
Yeah.
Traeger, and he also is going here in nets. Okay? JT, we'll say JT. There we go. And that leaves one position. Eric Ferris, who, back in the day, we gave ourselves girls' names. I don't know why, but it was just a thing. Everybody had a guy's name and a girl's name.
So what was yours?
Tammy.
Okay. That has nothing to do with Sam, though.
Tammy.
Tammy, okay, that makes sense.
Close.
Yeah.
And then our bass player's name was Barbara or June? No, June. No, Nancy. Nuge was Nancy, and James was June. Eric is named Carol. His name is Carol.
Okay.
But for some reason, it's the only one, like, I forget that his name is Eric, and we only call him Carol.
Just Carol.
Everybody in the band calls him Carol. And so I'm putting Carol.
Of course.
Back here. And he'll know. If he saw this, he wouldn't even bat an eyelid. He'd be like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
He doesn't think of himself as Eric either.
I love that.
I think even his parents call him Carol now.
It's caught on.
Here's the dream team heavily in quotation marks here.
Yeah.
You know? But, we're going up against Crosby, Lafleur, Gretzky, Lidstrom, Robinson, and Patrick Roy.
It looks pretty good to me.
It's going to be tight.
Yeah. Looks pretty good. I mean, chemistry is what it all comes down to, right?
Exactly.
I think you guys might have better chemistry than them.
You know what? More time on the road.
Exactly.
A lot more.
Amazing.
Yeah. Slightly more boozy.
Hey, that might work in your favor the odd time.
Yeah.
Not bad. Sam.
So there we have it.
Thanks so much for joining us today.
It's been an absolute pleasure, and nice to be back on Much, for sure.
For sure. The Adventures of Ben Blank is coming out October 20th, so make sure you go check it out. Appreciate you coming in today, and much love.